So, in marriage, are the assets 50-50, or, as you may have heard some people try to suggest, that what's mine is mine and what's yours is ours? Well, obviously there is a whole range of factors that influence that decision, and the House of Lords sorted it out quite a number of years ago in the case of White versus White, which basically said that it's not an automatic 50-50 type of situation if couples get divorced. Nevertheless, there was an interesting case out very recently that's not a divorce case, just simply a case in relation to an insolvency litigation funder that took an assignment of a claim and that was looking to enforce various charging orders in respect to a judgment, a substantial judgment that it had. And this is the case detailed above of Manolet versus Rahman. And in that particular case, Mr. Rahman, who didn't participate in these proceedings, was the husband, and Mrs. Rahman was the wife, who was the main defendant. There was 3 properties involved. All 3 properties were in the sole name of Mr. Rahman. And what Mrs. Rahman was saying was that all those properties were 50% with her. And basically the court rejected that completely. And the key point that was taken for consideration to start with was the case of Stack versus Dowden, which basically says that if the property is in a given person's name on the land registry, or on the title, then basically the standard presumption is that unless there's evidence to otherwise, that the property will then beneficially be owned by the person in whose name it is in on the land registry or on the title. And if you're going to displace that assumption, then you're going to have to provide some sort of evidence to displace it. And in addition to that, you're going to have to provide evidence of what's called detrimental reliance, which is how it should be the case that in some substantial grounds that you can rely on detrimental reliance to displace this standard presumption, so that you give rise to what's known as a common intention constructive trust, which is the starting point to displace Stack versus Dowden, and then you come on to the matter of detrimental reliance. And basically, in this particular case, the court completely rejected Mrs. Rahman's claim in relation to all 3 properties that were in the sole name of Mr. Rahman, and made orders for sale accordingly. Questions, queries, concerns, give us a shout. We know insolvency inside out.